UB.net presents Poker2Nite. Coming up on tonight's show, Phil Hellmuth blows up. Well, maybe not, but he'll be here in studio, so anything can happen. There's only one major pro tournament left this year, the World Poker Tour event at Bellagio, the Doyle Brunson Classic. We'll preview the event with the godfather of poker himself. Later, we'll go in the tank with defending champion Chino Ream as he takes us step by step through his thoughts from a crucial tournament hand. Also tonight, it's time to check, raise, fold, where we predict which players are coming into this week's event hot, lukewarm, or icy cold dead in the water. Dana Workman builds them up and then sends them to the rail as she delivers all of poker's meanest headlines on the weekly misdeal. All that plus a few other surprises on Poker2Nite. Hello and welcome to Poker2Nite. I'm Scott Huff, and alongside me, as always, is the king to my ace in this big slick combo, Joe Sebok.
Well, you certainly are an ace, Huff. I think we all agree there. But it is good to be the king. Just ask the current king of No Limit Hold'em, tonight's guest, Phil Hellmuth Jr., and later in the show, we'll tell you how to win over $30,000 in prizes in our new Pro Challenge.
I'm excited to have Phil in the studio tonight. I'm just hoping that he doesn't blow up on me.
Well, a little bit of juggling, right? It's always 50-50.
Absolutely. Also on tonight's show, we'll hear from two other world champs, Doyle Brunson and Dan Harrington, and later, the weekly misdeal. But for now, there are several exotic destinations on the pro circuit, but nothing brings out the pros like a World Poker Tour event at the Bellagio, especially, Joe, when that event is the $15K Doyle Brunson Classic.
Well, and you know why that is, of course. It's a home away from home. We know the dealers, we know the floor, we know the cooks a lot of the time. If I'm not going to be at home in my bed, I would much rather be in a Bellagio bed.
It's home for you, but it's always a vacation for me.
Well, to each their own.
Poker2Nite went to Las Vegas to preview the event with some key players, including the tournament's namesake, the godfather of poker, Doyle Brunson himself.
The strength of this field will be stronger than anywhere else. The reason is because they have such a great structure, and you know we don't play those real long hours, so a lot of the guys will play that won't play when you have to play for 20 hours at a time.
And he should know, Doyle Brunson is such a prolific presence in the world of poker, they named the tournament after him.
Well, Lyle Berman, who's the founder of the World Poker Tour, asked me to do it, and he owed me some money, so I told him that if he would pay me, I'd let him use my name.
Doyle's the #1 name in poker, and so it's a great tournament because of that. There's lots of play to this tournament, lots of chips. The blinds and antes go up at a much slower rate, and I think it's extremely well run. I always like the Bellagio tournaments because they're fun, they're comfortable. Jack McClellan runs a great tournament.
What I try to do is I try to listen to the players and come up with things that make sense. They have to make sense for the casino, for the employees, for the players, for everybody. You know, we got to kind of look out for everybody.
Well, it'd be a real thrill to win it. I've got one bracelet that they gave me already, but I would love to get another one. Oh gosh, there'd be 400 entries and probably 300 is likely to win.
Well, Doyle's obviously the favorite.
Well, last year's event had 497 players for the Doyle Brunson. Any predictions at all for this year?
Tougher, and there's going to be less players. It's just the nature of the beast. The economy's hurting. It's going to trickle down to poker, so it's going to be more professionals. All over the tournament's going to be tougher.
And you can always expect a tough field at the Bellagio anyway.
Absolutely.
Well, let's roll out a segment we call In the Tank. But first, we should explain what In the Tank means. And for that, let's go to the Poker2Nite dictionary.
In the tank just means to take your time with a big poker decision, right? You're going in the tank, so you have a little more time to decide what you're going to do. Pretty basic.
Well, thanks for the explanation. Now, we all watch poker on TV, and how many times have we sat there going, what is he thinking? Well, the winner of last year's classic, Chino Ream, took us through exactly what he was thinking as we go in the tank.
He has 8-5. Oh, what a flop for Chino. He's flopped 2-pair yet again. Yep, there's an uncalled before the flop.
Flop 2-pair. You know, Justin didn't take his option pre-flop, so I'm pretty sure he didn't have an ace. So like, you know, at this point right now on the flop, like I know my hand's gold.
Justin with the gut shot straight draw needs a deuce for a straight.
Like the 6, you know, like he could call a small bet with like 7-9 or 4-7 a gut shot on the flop, but you know, it was pretty unlikely that he had that hand. Okay, so now like he raises me right here on the turn, like a part of me wanted to just go all in and pick up that dead money right there, you know, but a big part of me like felt I was still good on the turn, even though he check raised me, like I was like 99% sure I was still good.
Oh, the deuce comes off on the river. The complete joker. This gives Justin a 6 high straight.
This is a $3 million bet.
Okay, so now he bets $3 million on the river. So now, you know, like, okay, you gotta have in this kind of spot, you have to have a lot of heart to fire 3 barrels, especially when someone calls your check raise on the turn. Like, you know, like, I could have an ace, yeah, I could have a flush draw, whatever, but it's just like, you know, obviously he knows 4 high is no good, he's gonna have to fire again, so you gotta have heart to like do that. So he knows, Justin's a good player, he knows when I call his check raise on the turn that I have something, you know, that most likely I'm gonna call the river. So now when he fires $3 million, what's going through my head is like, damn, I know he knows I have something and he's still firing, damn, what's he got? I mean, like, if he went all in on the river, like, I'd probably fold, you know, but like $3 million, like, I could pay it off and still have a shot to win the tournament, obviously, so I thought about it. And, you know, I really didn't want to call, but then I told myself, you know, I'm gonna, when I just flatted his raise on the turn, then I'm gonna call him on the river. So it's like, I just want to, you know, right here what I'm thinking, I'm just really taking my time trying to figure out, like, damn, does he really have it or not? And I wasn't sure, so, you know, I paid him off. I call.
And he's gonna make the call, and he is not gonna like it.
Yeah, I mean, when he check raised me on the turn, I still pretty much thought that my hand was good. I wish I would've went all in, but I still ended up winning the tournament, so it's all good. Winning this WPT just like, first of all, it like shut out like all the rules. Oh, the kid got lucky, can't play poker, things like that. And it's just like, it made me feel good.
I love that black tape logo on that hat. You know that?
Ah, black tape, my favorite brand.
Yeah, we should probably leave the joking to Dana Workman and the Weekly Misdeal. Dana, what's going on?
Excellent idea, Scott. Hi, Joe. Record for most online hands played in a day broken already. ESPN's new poker hot list. And did you guys hear poker made an appearance on Fox's show Lie to Me?
Lie to me?
Oh, well, if I have to. You guys look great this week. Nice suits.
Every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
All right, Dana, thanks for that. We'll be looking forward to more from you later on. When we get back, we'll be joined by 11-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner and UB.net pro Phil Hellmuth. Sebok, over-under on the number of names that he drops in this interview.
I'm going to go low, so 25 maybe?
I'll take the over. Poker Tonight, back with Phil Hellmuth Jr. right after this.